This will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
On first down, Wentz. Well, a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Toss play to Ballage.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again to Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ben Banogu in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Running from the gun with Henry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. On the counter, it's Henry. Powers by at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Rosen.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there out of the running game. Interesting. He told us that he likes to run right more than left, but there he looked pretty comfortable going left for a big gain, Charles.
Kind of like a basketball player who has a dominant side that he dribbles to. But the ability to cross that over, change it up, and break a tendency can often lead to great results, as we just saw there.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll roll him out right.
To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Play action. It's Hill on the move to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. To the right side, this is Taylor.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rolling to his left. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Hill. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take
Catch
away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Derrick Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Henry. And some room to work. 20. 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action here with Rosen.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. it's Henry. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. He's going to take another shot here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
115 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Dances by him, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Seventh play in the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen.
And that'll be caught by Dez Fitzpatrick. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, look at the juke. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second and 5 now. Rosen. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. With Henry, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run with Henry, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Julian Blackmon bringing him down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 57 yards on the ground for them so far.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Taylor.
Taylor's got the first down and more.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be out right at the 35.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have a Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Henry. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. Open man is Uzomah. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains and take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
To throw is Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Second down and 8.
Rosen to throw. Dorsett's got it. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. A toss right to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for the Titans,
they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,
it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.